Welcome to my top 50 indie Switch games. Since 2017, I've played hundreds of games, and while some didn't meet my expectations, I figured how about I compile a giant list of games before what could be the final big holiday year for the Nintendo Switch. Essentially, these won't be just any indie game. I have to play a good portion of it in order to judge it fairly, so certain games like Loop Hero, Other Side, and Dex won't be on here unfortunately. I have also excluded free-to-play games from this list like F-099 and Fall Guys, because you could very well have access to them regardless. I also want to make my own list for double-A games, or games that are priced at around $30 to $40 and would also include games with icons in them like Sonic the Hedgehog and Lara Croft. But here are my top 50 indie Switch games. 50. Round Guard. This RPG puzzle hybrid is really a hidden gem on the eShop, where you play as a wizard, launch him out of a cannon, and battle enemies on a stage that is very similar to Peggle. This is a roguelike game where you progress level by level in branching paths. You can also use items such as potions, bombs, and arrows to help you complete more complex stages. As of now, this game is $20. 49. Oh, Sir, the Hollywood Roast. A multiplayer romp, Oh Sir the Hollywood Roast is the sequel to Oh Sir that's also on the Switch. Two players take turns choosing phrases on a board to create an insult. The funnier your insult is, the more damage the opponent takes. While the original Oh Sir game uses original caricatures, this one takes inspiration from several pop culture celebrities and characters. As of now, this game is $3. 48. Rebel Cops. A spin-off game of this is The Police. Rebel Cops is a stylistic strategy RPG where each mission involves apprehending a group of criminals. While you can shoot in this game, you actually are supposed to capture each bad guy, and that's often easier said than done. This game often encourages you to use stealth to not just flank enemies, but find secrets. As of now, this game is $10. 47. Panzer Paladin. Taking heavy inspiration from Mega Man, Panzer Paladin is a platforming game where a feminine robot is piloting a mech to fight off an alien invasion. In this game, you collect weapons with varying power, durability, and other properties. It's quite a challenging game at that, and the music exceeds expectations. I can't get over this game's color scheme. As of now, this game is $20. 46. Arelo. This is such a fun game, but the main reason this is number 46 is that the online mode had been well dead with no cross-platform play on Switch. You play on a board, and there are 3 ways to win: killing the king, healing the king with 4 spirit stones, or letting the king die and having the most prestige points at the end of the game. Each character has its own class and perks, making this highly replayable, if you have willing friends to play with you that is. As of now, this game is $25, or $40 for the complete edition. I got it for less. 45. Auden Chronicle, Rising. This is considered a prologue to the upcoming game, Auden Chronicle, 100 Heroes. It has that Octopath Traveler art style going on. This is a platform beat-em-up game where you can attack foes and switch characters on the fly to extend combos. The game is short and the objective is pretty straightforward: do tasks and upgrade the village, but this is all done with excellent quality. As of now, this game is $15. I got it for less. 44. Monster Sanctuary. A 2D Metroidvania, Monster Sanctuary combines monster battles with puzzle platforming. There are dozens of different monsters to recruit, each of which has a special ability you can use outside of battles. Each monster you recruit has its own skill tree. The exploration and puzzles are also phenomenal. As of now, this game is only $5. 43. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. This is a game I double-dipped on, because when it first released back on the Xbox 360, it was such an incredible beat-em-up game, and still is. A tie-in game like this has no reason to have this much depth and quality, but here we are. It's a fun experience whether you're all alone or with friends. As of now, this game is only $5. 42. La Mulana 1. La Mulana 2 exists, but I've only played the first one so far. Just looking at the logo of this game is a sign you're gonna go on a nostalgic trip for sure. Think of this as Indiana Jones meets Castlevania. There's a lot of exploration, a lot of platforming, and many traps that can kill you instantly. The music and environments are also splendid. As of now, this game is $15. 41. Warp Shift. Warp Shift is a simple puzzle game where you must navigate the protagonist, Pi, through the blocks to get to the goal. You do this not only by moving Pi, but also rearranging blocks like a Rubik's Cube. This was originally a mobile game, and I'm honestly surprised at how the game looks and performs, because it's console quality. There are 75 puzzles total. As of now, this game is $10. I got it for less. 40. Death Road to Canada. A zombie apocalypse action game, you have to survive with weapons, armor, and rations. Think of it as Dead Rising meets the Oregon Trail. The crowds of zombies are a double-edged sword, and the decision-making makes this game oozing with personality. As of now, this game is $15. 39. Wilmot's Warehouse. Graphic design. The game. You play as Wilmot. You're a tile and you need to tidy up your warehouse. Eventually, you'll have to take orders and have to hand in a number of specific tiles before the time expires. At the end of each challenge, you'll earn upgrades so that you're capable of completing more demanding jobs later. It doesn't look like much, but it may surprise you. As of now, this game is $15. 38. Submerged. Made by former BioShock devs, this is a 3D adventure game where you explore a flooded city and climb buildings in order to progress the story and uncover the mystery of the flood. After each part, you tend to your younger brother and notice you're getting infected. There are no enemies in this game, so all you need to do is explore and collect. As of now, this game is $10. I got it for less. 37. Half Past Fate. If you're a fan of farming games without the farming, then this is up your alley. Half Past Fate is about 6 friends who all meet one another through quirky scenarios in the span of 8 years. The visuals are cute and colorful. The levels are pretty straightforward, you won't get lost for long, but each chapter is pretty meaty in terms of how long you'll take to complete it. As of now, this game is only $5. 36. Slayaway Camp, Butcher's Cut. This is a puzzle game where you play as a serial killer. When you move, you slide all the way over to the furthest tile. The objective is to kill victims by bumping into them. There are dozens of puzzles and there are a whole lot of customization options. As of now, this game is $15. I got it for less. Also check out Friday the 13th, Killer Puzzle. Or maybe not. This game seemed to have disappeared from the eShop altogether. That sucks. 35. Deep Sky Dialects, Definitive Edition. A turn-based RPG that's a throwback to those classic dungeon RPGs. You manage a crew of warriors as you travel to planets and abandoned space vessels while also dealing with enemy soldiers and criminals. The comic book style looks very nice, and the battles look surprisingly good for no animation. As of now, this game is only $6. 34. Grindstone. Grindstone is a puzzle game where you chain together monsters of the same color to kill them. There are over 250 levels to play, all increasing in difficulty as the game goes on. You also have various weapons, armor and items to unlock. You can also play daily and weekly runs as a means to keep playing well after you beat the main campaign. The game is certainly colorful and the animation is wild. As of now, this game is only $8. 33. Fights in Tight Spaces. This is a card-based isometric RPG where you need to fight enemies in small rooms. You use cards to move, defend, and perform attacks. There are several different game modes, most notably the main campaign where you choose your path of stages to fight in. What really brings this game up is the physics as well as the ability to replay each fight after it happens. As of now, this game is only $13, or pay $15 for the complete edition. 32. Carto. Carto is a puzzle exploration game where you can rearrange your map to uncover secrets and progress through the story. New tiles can also be found in each level. The nice, hand-painted art style really sets this game apart from many others. It's not an easy game either. You'll spend much longer on the game as it suggests just so you can figure out certain puzzles. As of now, this game is only $6. 31. PartTime UFO. Even though this was made by HAL Laboratories, I'll make an exception here. This game consists of dozens of challenges to try to position, balance, and stack objects of varying situations. There are many different unlockables as well, such as hard versions of stages and cosmetics. There's quite a lot of humor to be had with this game. As of now, this game is $9. 30. Dicey Dungeons. An RPG that's all about dice. For the most part, you roll dice and make decisions based on the numbers you get. Play as 6 characters that each have a different way of playing, with each character having 5 chapters total. This is a nice art style that reminds me of Samurai Jack. I noticed this game was quite popular for a while in the Japanese eShop. As of now, this game is $15. 29. Death's Hangover. A block breaker game that looks like a SNES classic. You move a paddle to kill monsters and collect treasures. There are also special abilities you can unlock and use. The bosses are pretty fun to fight as well. The game is not that long, but it's a deal for the price, and you also get a hilarious story at that. As of now, this game is $5. 28. Motorsport Manager. This game is the only sports sim game on this list. You play as the owner of a racing team while you manage a lot of different things about your business, from your drivers to the cars they drive all the way to what cup you're aiming to win. The interface really brings life into this game, though you can watch the races play out and also signal your drivers to refill tires and make a pit stop when needed. As of now, this game is $15. 27. Over Rogue. If you have to play one Kemco RPG in your lifetime, play this one. Over Rogue is essentially a Japanese deck builder RPG, and they pretty much do an amazing job with all the decks and ways to complete stages. The top-down map sections leave a lot to be desired, but you'll be out doing dungeon runs in no time, trying to reach the end of each stage. It's very addicting. As of now, this game is $15. 26. Highrise Heroes. If you like word-based puzzle games, this is an amazing game. With over 90 levels, the main objective is to form words by matching letters, and have each of the civilians drop to the bottom of the stage to save them. There are also several bonus stages as well as stages with turn-in-time limits. If you're rich on vocabulary, then you'll find this game pretty easy, though. As of now, this game is $8. 25. Might and Magic: Clash of Heroes. A classic puzzle game where your army takes on the opponent's army. Like a matching puzzle game, line up troops of the same type and color. Doing so vertically will prepare an attack, while doing so horizontally will set up a wall. You have HP and you have to reduce your opponent's HP to 0 to win. The story mode consists of 5 chapters where each character has a set of special relics and troops to unlock. Multiplayer and online modes have even more characters available. As of now, this game is $18. 24. Pathway. A rogue strategy RPG, Pathway is a desert adventure where you drive a party of heroes to your destination. Along the way, you'll encounter enemy forces, shops, and other random events. There are over 16 characters to unlock, and each can be equipped with armor and weapons. If you find a character you previously unlocked, they'll keep those weapons you originally gave them. As of now, this game is $6.50. 23. Shovel Knight: Pocket Dungeon. Unlike Grindstone, where you have to create a trail to navigate puzzles, you let the enemies fall and you have to survive until the exit door arrives. Shovel Knight: Pocket Dungeon has a lot of playable characters to unlock, each having their own abilities and characteristics. The music is also very well composed. As of now, this game is $10. 22. Freedom Planet. A Sonic the Hedgehog spiritual successor, Freedom Planet stars Lilac, Carol, and Milla. Each character featuring their own unique abilities and play styles. Depending on the character you choose, the story slightly changes and the levels also slightly differ to accommodate your character. The Switch version also features full voice acting for a more complete experience. As of now, this game is $15, though it will go lower. 21. Children of Zodiacs. Hooray, another strategy RPG. Children of Zodiacs allows both dice and cards for a unique combat experience. Play cards to attack and defend, and roll dice to get enhancements. This is a nice 3D RPG game with exciting physics for when you want to blow enemies off the roof. You have 3 characters in your party at a time, and this changes automatically from certain points in the story. As of now, this game is $18, though it will go lower. 20. Steam World Quest, Hand of Gilgamech. A deck builder RPG, this game is more of a traditional start-to-finish adventure rather than a roguelike adventure where you die and start over endlessly. With 5 characters, each has their own deck of cards and an element associated with them. You can also find better cards with secrets. Of all the Dreamworld games I've played, I'd say this one is by far the best. As of now, this game is only $5. 19. Golf Peaks. Golf Peaks is a relaxing puzzle game featuring colorful, play-like environments. To clear the puzzles, you must play cards that will move the ball. Complete the puzzle by getting it to the hole. Many of the later stages are pretty clever, and the terrain is very pleasing to the eyes. Not a long game by any means, but well worth the money. As of now, this game is only $2. 18. Mercenaries Rebirth, Call of the Wild Lynx. A strategy RPG that imitates Tactics Ogre. There are many Mercenaries games on Switch, and they all play the same, but this is the one I most recommend. There are 8 characters in your party, all of which are greatly customizable and upgradable. There's a campaign and also side quests to unlock more weapons and classes. As of now, this game is $20, but I got it for less. 17. Wizard of Legend. This is a rogue-like action game where you argue from room to room defeating enemies with spells. There are many variations of attacks you can unlock. While many are effective against certain enemies, you'd like to have a loadout you're most comfortable with, which is really nice element for a game like this. The action in this game is fast-paced and it feels like you're conducting an anime with how you can take enemies out. As of now, this game is only $5. 16. Strikey Sisters. For sure, Strikey Sisters is a hidden gem. It's a block breaker, but it has so much charm as if it's an obscure arcade game from yesteryear. You use your wand to bat a ball at enemies, and you can also hit the enemies directly. This game can be confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll want to keep playing until the end. There's also a co-op mode so you can play with a friend. As of now, this game is only $3. 15. Sports Story. Picking up where Golf Story left off, this is a great adventure game with slices of tennis, volleyball, and other sports blended right in. While you mainly play golf, the other sports are implemented well within the story, and while it might take away from the typical golf experience, it's something I could also very recommend to others. As of now, this game is $15. 14. Pool Panic. A lackadaisical puzzle game, Pool Panic stars a cue ball with each level consisting of other balls to pocket. This game is incredibly in-depth for its concept and have plenty of clever ideas to up the challenge. The humor is quite funny and the art style and use of color are also big hits. Multiplayer mode is also available, but don't expect it to be just run-of-the-mill billiards either. As of now, this game is $15, though it has gone down lower. 13. Hand of Fate 2. A card adventure game, you choose your path by flipping over cards on the table. The card you flip over features a story of events that play out. If you engage in battle, the game turns into an action game similar to the Batman Arkham games. You can also choose which cards you want in your hand, and this won't make the game easier but rather make things more favorable to you in one way or another. As of now, this game is $7.50. 12. Bug Fables, an everlasting sapling. This Paper Mario successor features 3 playable characters that all attack and defend in varying ways. Aside from companion characters, this game has everything you could ever want in a Paper Mario game, with lots of bosses, long chapters, and a colorful paper art style. It's not as magical, but you're sure to have a big blast, nonetheless. As of now, this game is $12.50. 11. Zombie Rollers Pinball Heroes. This game is a lot more fun than it has any reason to be. It's a pinball game, but has a lot of RPG elements to help you eliminate hordes of zombies. This is a roguelike RPG where you decide where to go, but there are a certain number of turns you can make before the game forces you to move on. There are many characters to unlock and a lot of skills to discover to customize your experience. As of now, this game is only $3. 10. Treachery in Beatdown City. An NES-style beat-em-up game, Treachery allows you to play as an MMA fighter, Copiera fighter, and pro wrestler with different fighting styles. When you attack or an enemy attacks you, a menu appears to let you decide what attacks to do. It can seem overwhelming at first, but you'll be hooked with all the abilities and capabilities you can unlock. For a complete experience, though, you'll need to get the Ultra Remix expansion. As of now, this game is just $7. 9. Golf Story. If you loved Mario Golf for Game Boy, you'll love this game. No other throw-in sports, just plain old golf and you doing quests and competitions in order to become the legend you've been yearning to be. Each open looks like it takes place in a different world and there's a lot in each world to take in. And of course, there are plenty of side quests to help you improve your character. This was a must-play game when it first came out and it still is. As of now, this game is $15. 8. Tangled Deep. A nostalgic dungeon crawler RPG that looks like it came right out of PlayStation. This game allows you to choose your job at the start, which determines your playstyle. This game really keeps you on your toes, even though it's a turn-based RPG. While there's a linear path to go, there are plenty of bonus stages and side quests so you can level up and unlock new abilities for the job you have. As of now, this game is $20. 7. Magic Scroll Tactics. A unique 2D strategy RPG, Magic Scroll Tactics features a handful of characters, many weapons to unlock, and an expansive skill tree for each character. The 2D gameplay opens up a different scope for strategy, with some characters being able to fly or jump high in order to reach enemies quickly. The story also exceeds expectations for this game, and the music is exceptional, which is how this was bumped up to number 7 on this list. As of now, this game is $12. 6. Pixel Lines 2, Into the Puzzleverse. One of the best logic puzzle games on Switch. You create artworks by connecting 2 points together of the same color and number. Each chapter has various puzzles to complete in order to create objects for a particular scene. There are literally hundreds of puzzles to play, even many that are outside of the main story mode. Many puzzles will take you around half hour to beat, but it's very satisfying when you do. This is a sequel to Pickle Lines 1, and this honestly tops it with more music variety and customization features. As of now, this game is $15. 5. Smelter. A hybrid of tower defense and action platforming, Smelter is a super edgy adventure game with loads of personality. In the action sequences, you can switch between 3 different variations to help you defeat enemies and navigates through levels. The top-down strategy mode allows you to command troops to defend towers or defeat enemy towers. Both modes do a very well job and the music is also rad. As of now, this game is $10. 4. Cave Blazers. A roguelike action game, Cave Blazers sees you exploring dank caves to reach the end of the level while blowing up terrain and slaying enemies. Use your melee weapon with X and shoot arrows with the right stick for an ergonomic playstyle. You can also unlock other weapons from scavenging and shopping, from grenades to maces to cannons. There are also other styles to unlock such as the Grim Reaper playstyle to change things up. Just a very deep and well-crafted game overall. As of now, this game is $5, but I got it for just $4. 3. Ikanfell. Another insane RPG that takes inspiration from the Mother and Harry Potter series. Ikanfell is the game that Paper Mario, the Origami King, should have been. Each of the 6 characters have special abilities, and each battle is very satisfying to play through with multiple strategy elements to consider. The story is also fairly long where you explore inside and outside of the titular school. As of now, this game is just $6. 2. Warriors of the Nile 2. Warriors of the Nile 2 is a phenomenal rogue strategy game where you play as one warrior, one archer, and one mage. You'll lose often in this game, but you'll also unlock more both for each character and the game as a whole. You'll be surprised how much of the game expands the further you play, as you'll end up with more playable characters and unlocked content than you first thought was possible. You'll want to play more and more with each stage you clear. As of now, this game is $15. And before I reveal number 1, here are a list of games that just fell short on this list. And number 1. Slay the Spire. Yeah, another card game tops this list, but it's the cream of the crop. Slay the Spire offers everything needed for players to keep playing and strive to being the game 100%. The base game features 3 playable characters with their own decks. Much like Warriors of the Niles, you earn gold so you can get better equipment and other perks, and the choices you make will determine the outcome. You will never want to put this game down. As of now, this game is $9. Special thanks goes out to iDrive, as this video likely wouldn't be possible without finding 6 years of Switch clips easily in one place. Sign up to iDrive and get 10 terabytes of online storage for just $4 for your first year. Have a great holidays, everyone!